So now today is making the steaks with Chris. I'm joking aside, cooking steak with Chris rather than the fish that we've been doing. So we're going to put it on here on the pan, very basic. Now we're going to use bone marrow melt. So basically this is actually bone marrow. So this will melt in and give it, it's actually bone marrow, but what's so good about this is not only will it lube the pan up, probably like that, give it a nice, get a bit warmer, a nice melt there to cook the steak in. It's bone marrow, which is also very, very good for you. It's good for your joints, your brain, everything like that. Very good, healthy fat. As you look at that, it takes a bit longer to melt. And this is on quite a hot temperature. Just raise the temperature slightly just to melt that a bit quicker. I'm just going to use that there. And the reason we're going over the entire pan is obviously when it oiled up, that'll give it a nice taste, while also making sure it cooks a bit faster. So that's going to go there now. We'll lower it to 10. I like my steak rare. Obviously the length of time you cook it depends on what you like. We'll place that there. This won't be cooked for very long on my side of things because, like I said, I enjoy my steak rare. So it'll probably be about a minute each time if I'm truthful. I'm also going to place a bit more of the marrow here. That was here, come on, motherfucker. There we go. Place the marrow here. Like I said, I cook it on full temperature. Because cooking it on full temperature just ruin it. Steak is fantastic. It's full of vitamins, minerals. It's also full of what's the word I'm looking for? Stuff like iron, etc., etc. But as well as that, it's got loads of creatine in there, loads of good quality protein. So many people scared of red meat. Don't be one of those silly fuckers. You're going to marinate it with some pink Himalayan salt. Brilliant for getting a bit on. I'm not going to use the lime today, don't worry, but we're going to put a bit of pepper on as well. After about another 30 seconds or so, I'll flip this and we will go to the other side. In fact, it might even be ready at the flips in a minute actually. It doesn't look like it's far off from being ready at the flips, so I might as well keep the video on. But yes, steak is one of the best meats you can have. Rump steak, sirloin steak, T-bone, etc., etc. I could go on and on to so many cuts. So we're going to flip it over now. Look at that, look at that's nicely cooked already. Look at it take long, did it? Drop a bit more of this in there to keep it nice and moist. This should give it some nice flavouring. So that's why I'm going to place it there so it cooks again. Hopefully I don't, have to speed up my ability to turn a piece of steak like that. But there we go. Get that in there, get that in there, get that in there. This will be a lovely piece of shoot, sorry. But as you can see, this will be fully cooked by the time we're done. Nice piece of steak. Marinate the pan a bit more like that. So not only is the bone marrow cooking the steak for us, it's also marinating it to give it a nice taste. So it should taste lovely while being extremely healthy. I'll let it cook and then we'll come back on in a minute. This has been about 3 minutes. As you can tell, looking at the steak, it's about done. I like it rare, medium rare at most. Obviously, if it went well done, you have to do it longer, probably a higher temperature. But this should taste awesome when it's done. Take this out. Yeah, both sides definitely done. Nice little herbs on there, the pepper, etc., etc. Obviously, I'll cook this in a minute. But yeah, easy cook, easy meal. Goes great again with potatoes, sweet potatoes, anything like this, green vegetables if you diet in, pure vegetables, exactly. So anything like that just makes a great fucking meal. Yeah, try it out, guys.